evidence appearing real. False evidence appearing real. False evidence appearing real. Hello guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Welcome to day 26, fear. 26, fear. The brave man is not he who does not feel afraid, but he who conquers that fear. We're going to conquer our fear today. Who's ready to conquer their fear? Nelson Mandela said that, and he definitely conquered his fears, right? We're going to conquer our fear today. Who is ready? Let's go guys. Change your state. Let's get ready to conquer our fears. So what do you fear? You know, fear is that anxiety that we feel before we know we need to do something. It's that stress. It's that terror. It's that apprehension that wells up inside of us. It's that intense worry. Okay? So some examples of fear that you may have, or I may have, or that most people experience is the fear of failure. The fear of failure. Do you fear failure? A lot of people don't do something because they're afraid that they're going to fail. They don't get that gym membership to go work out because they're afraid that they're not going to look like that fitness model. A lot of people fear success. Do you fear success? Do you fear that you are actually going to be good enough? Some people are afraid of that because we're so used to living how our life is that we're afraid to taking it up to the next level. At a time like this, do you fear sickness and death? You know, 2020 was pretty crazy. A lot of our loved ones passed away. Do you fear that? Are you in your older adulthood and you fear getting that? And the fear of old age, growing older, you know, not having that legacy left for your children. Do you fear loss of losing a loved one, of losing your children, of losing your parents? You know, do you fear criticism from other people or fear of being judged? A fear that I had, or I still have, is not being good enough. So I have very high standards and I have a goal set out for myself and it's pie in the sky. It's way up high. And so my standard is so high that I fear not being good enough in my day-to-day, in my parenting, because I'm always trying to reach that next level. I want to be good enough. I know what I need to work on. I know what I need to improve. I fear not being the best parent. I fear not being good enough in my teaching. You know, I fear a little bit of public speaking coming on here. You know, my first live was about, a year and a half ago. And I remember I was going to go to an event and I knew that that event would change my life. And I knew I had to step outside my comfort zone. And so I went ahead and did a live just because I know that this is something I want to do. And I got on the live video and I faced my fear and my palms were sweaty. My voice, my throat got dry and I was shaking and I was nervous. And I was just like, you know what? I know I need to do this. So I did it anyway. So what do you fear? You know, fear is that false evidence appearing real. It's false. It's just something in our nervous system that strikes us. It has to deal with what we think and how we feel. And when we face fear, we need to, what does it say? It says, when we feel fear, we need to face everything and rise. So those are the two acronyms. It's false evidence appearing real, fear, and then face everything and rise. Okay, that's the fear. So that's what we need to focus on when we experience and feel fear. You know, the key to change, the key to losing that weight that you want to lose, the key to getting healthier, to improving your nutrition, of improving your relationship with God, improving that quality of life, holistic health, mind, body, and soul. The key to that One of the keys to that is to let go of the fear. Let it go. Why are we holding on to fear? Why are we holding on to it? It's not doing us any justice right now. Why are we holding on to something that's holding us back? It's like, take it off of our shoulders, let the backpack go. So what are your fears attached to losing weight? What are your fears to losing that 10 to 20 pounds? What are you fearing? You know you need to lose that 10 to 20 pounds. What, or more or less, what is that fear for you? You know you need to improve your nutrition. We talked about the New Start program. The brochures and magazines are out. Maybe you'll get them today. I don't know if the mail runs today, or maybe you'll get them on Monday. Everybody should have them on Monday, hopefully. You know, what are your fears attached to improving the quality of your life? Is it not knowing the steps? Not knowing what to do to get there? Is it overwhelming for you? You know, Babe Ruth, baseball player, he says, don't let the fear of striking out hold you back. So we're not going to let that fear of striking out, of failing, of not getting it the first time. I don't know who created the idea that when we first do something that we're going to succeed firsthand. You know, most people aren't successful in life today. You know, they don't have financial freedom. They don't have amazing relationships with their family. They're not in good health and wellness. You know, because the fear is holding them back. They don't take the step. You know, they let that fear they just waller in that self-pity. You know, some people, we do two things with fear. We just let it overwhelm us and we just waller in that fear. And then the other one, sometimes we just ignore it. And those are two disempowering things we can do. We don't need to totally ignore our fear, but we also don't need to just waller in our fear, right? Lewis Alcott May says, I am not afraid of the storms, for I am learning to sail my ship. Guys, in order to push past this fear, we have to take action. We have to make a decision, you know? Feeling fear, when we feel this fear, it's a message in our nervous system and in our brains. It's a message telling us to be prepared. To be prepared. We have to prepare for something. What do we have to prepare for? Think about an example in your own life. You know, I had fear coming on live, these live videos. I had fear because I feared I needed to prepare. I needed to prepare my topic. I needed to prepare what I was going to say, how I look, how I'm going to say it, how my words come across. You know, the energy that I bring, I had to prepare all of that, right? So when we feel fear, it tells us that we have to be prepared. And when we be prepared, we have to prepare to cope with a situation that we're dealing with, right? What if it's your health? Everybody can relate to that one, our health. You know, we're all going to get sick at some point in our life. Many of us have gotten sick, different sicknesses throughout our life. And we'll probably be getting sick more in our future, right? It's inevitable. It's going to happen. So what do we need to do now to prepare to have that healthy lifestyle? We need to do something. You know, is it eating healthier, improving your nutrition, getting on the treadmill, lacing up your tennis shoes, walking around your house or the park, even though it is 30 degrees, right? And I love the Bible verse. You know, God has so many Bible verses on fear. Just search them and look it up. I'm going to share a few. He says, be strong and of good courage. Because it says, be not afraid, be not dismayed, for the Lord thy God is with you wherever you go. So we can be strong. We can be of good courage, right? Because God has not given us a spirit of fear, but of power and of love and of a strong mind. You know, God knew this when he created us, just like every other challenge, you know, every action step. You know, God is there with us through this process. You know, if you believe in God and if you're, you know, the whole mind, body, spirit, right? So God says, he says, fear not, for I am with you. Be not dismayed, for I am your God. I will strengthen you and I will help you. Okay, guys, so you know, a lot of these things we need to just get up. Like I said, we need to get up off our couch and we need to take action, because probably most of our problems are we just need to take action. You know, we need to do these 30-day challenges, these days, because we don't know the strategy. We don't know the way. We need the information. We need the knowledge. We need the encouragement, right? We need to do these things. It will change the quality of your life, okay? And then the other part is there is a point where you do need to have faith. You do need to trust in God to carry you through, right? Most all of us can relate to that. Okay, so your action steps for fear. Remember, fear is that false evidence appearing real. We are going to face everything and rise, right? So your action steps. Number one, I want you to review what you feel fearful about. Review what you feel fearful about in any area of your life. Is it fear of failure? Fear of old age? Fear of not being good enough, like me? Is it fear of poverty? You know, in a crazy time like this, like the jobs, they just don't pay, right? Is it fear of what is your fear? Think about your fear, and I want you to evaluate it in your mind and think about what you must do to prepare yourself mentally, to prepare yourself. So think about what you fear and then think about what you must do. Then I want you to decide to do something about it and to decide to have faith. You need to make a decision. You know, sometimes we don't know the outcome. You know, I didn't know the outcome of these videos. I didn't know the outcome of, you know, just different specific things in our life. So we don't know what the outcome will be, but we have to just do it anyway. Make the decision we know we need to make and have faith, because guess what? Like I said, we may not succeed on that first try. That first time we walk in that gym, that first time we lace up our shoes, or that first time we try that new workout program, or that first time we get a personal trainer, or we get a life coach, or whatever it is that you need to help you, to support you, to push past that fear and to reach those goals, right? We may not reach it on the first time, and that's okay. But we have to keep going. We're going to push past the fear, okay? So I hope this encourages you to push past the fear. Remember, we're going to face everything and rise. Do the action steps. If you would like to share, comment below on what you fear. I would like to hear it. I've shared mine. Share below what you fear, and then also share maybe a Bible verse or maybe what you're going to do to push past the fear, okay? Share below, guys.